I managed to do it. All 4 sets I played great, but especially, third set I played, let's call it like this. I said I need to play 11 out of 10. All the 3 sets I won, I managed to do it. The third set, I would say I was maybe 9.5, maybe 10 out of 10. And as we saw, it was not enough against Carlos. So I managed to play well. I managed to serve well, hit some lines in important moments, some great shots. So just really happy, but the tournament is not over.
Tournament is not over. One more to go. Another rematch from your Grand Slam victory.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, against Novak, it's the same. He is always better than previous time he plays. So, for example, I beat him US Open final, he beat me in Bercy in a great match. Carlos beat him Wimbledon, he beat him Cincinnati. So Novak is going to be his best version on Sunday, and I have to be the best ever version of myself if I want to try to beat him.
Okay, congratulations once again.
Thanks.
Name and affiliation, please. David.
Hi, Daniil David Kane. Tennis.com, with how loud it was getting towards the end of the match, felt like you were trying to play a lot faster to try to head off the noise. Is that what you were doing, and how were you trying to stay focused in such an intense ending?
I don't even know what I was doing in the end. For sure, you never want to serve during the noise, but I also sometimes I'm not someone who likes to, if it's noisy, because either they want him to win or it's just a great moment, I don't like to bounce the ball like 15 times, because then it throws me off the rhythm. So if I bounce it like 3 times and I feel like the noise is coming down, I'm like, okay, I'm going to serve it. So maybe that was the case. Maybe I was a little bit nervous, so that's why I went faster. But in general, even with this pressure, yes, some double faults, but some good serves also. So in general, I felt like I handled it great. I mean, the most important is to win, because he had the same game where he had some advantage for him, break point, this, that, and I managed to win it. And in the end, it doesn't matter. We can always say, yeah, first match point, maybe I should make an ace, and we don't talk about it, but who cares? The most important is to finally get one match point done, and I'm happy that I managed to do it.
Okay, Ava.
Congrats, Daniil. Ava Wallace, The Washington Post. You're known as a pretty good mover, especially for your height, but how do you rate your defense tonight? That has to be some of the most running you've done in a very long time.
It was great, because there were some points I lost, but after the point I was like, wow, I have caught some balls that were really tough, and I was like, okay, that's good, that means that next point I can do the same, and maybe either he's gonna miss or I could make a better shot. I was in the zone, so when I'm in the zone, I'm a great defender. I run well. Even there were some moments where I was like, damn, I should have started to run faster, because sometimes you tend to look what your opponent is doing. But against Carlos, it's dangerous because he plays so fast, drop shots so fast, so you don't have this time to look. And, every time I looked and was slow, I was like, next time I had to do better, and I managed to do better next time.
Okay, Matt.
You're not a stranger to Grand Slam finals. Do you have a day before the Grand Slam final routine?
Not really, I would say. No, not really. I'm going to have a practice at the same time I did all the time, but not because of the superstitions, but because it's a good time to have some sleep in, but also have some time in the evening. So no, I'm going to do all the same. It's just a mental preparation where you're like, you want to go to war, you want to fight till the end, you want to win, and that's how you should be in the final of a Grand Slam.
Left side, Craig.
Daniil, Craig Ava, 9 Australia. Obviously, it's important to win such matches, but how important do you feel, I asked this of Gilles a little while ago, important is it that you won that match against Carlos tonight, considering the previous 2 you hadn't won a set off him?
I don't know. I guess for the confidence and self-esteem, it's very important. At the same time, that's the thing about tennis. It's great that I won this match, but if I lose on Sunday, the tournament, it's a good tournament, but I'm going to be hell disappointed. And that's how tennis is. And so, yeah, it was a great win. It's great for the confidence. I have hopefully long years of career ahead, and to know that I'm capable of doing it on the big stage, every time you do it one more time, brings more confidence. You can do it again. You want to do it again. You want to feel this. And at the same time, what is the most important is to kind of use it, but forget about it and go for the next one.
Okay, Willie.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN, congratulations. How will you use the 2021 final against Novak for your mental preparation for this one, and how do you think it will affect you in the match on Sunday?
I think the only way I can use it is, as I say, thinking that Novak, when he loses, he's never the same after. So he's different. It's just a different mentality. That's why he has 23 Grand Slams, whatever, Masters 1000, weeks as a number one. So I have to use it knowing that he's going to be 10 times better than he was that day. And I have to be, if I want to still beat him, 10 times better than I was that day. And that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay, all the way in the bleachers, Tamani.
Hi, Daniil. Carlos was very complimentary of your forehand. He said that you increased the pace a lot compared to your previous matches. Just curious how you felt about your forehand today, and what is the challenge of playing at that pace over best of 5 sets?
Yeah, the thing is that at US Open, and I don't really know the reason, I tend to play aggressive, fast, I serve well. Probably the speed of the court that helps me. Like Indian Wells, I mean, that I did the final was amazing because I basically can't hit the ball there. And it has nothing to do, let's call it, with my forehand. And so I beat some good guys there, some good matches. But as soon as I got someone like Carlos with his style of play, it was kind of over for me. And I would generally think that a court like Miami, maybe I could have done the same like today. So for sure, I had my plan in my head, but I kind of had the same one in Wimbledon and Indian Wells. It's just that the courts were tougher to use it. I mean, grass is completely different. So on grass, it's just tougher to hit this forehand. So I'm happy that I managed to get in his head.
Andrew.
Andrew Jones, ESPN Inscape, Mr. 12 out of 10. Carlos said that you were returning from your house with the many great returns that you were hitting from deep. Just your thought about not only you being able to play more forceful at him and be right into him with your aggression, but also handling the crowd once again and dealing with all the celebrities that were in attendance like Tom Brady and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's true. There were a lot of celebrities. They were showing all the time, and I was trying to stay focused, but I was like, who's there? Okay, who's the next one? So I think I saw everybody who was there, and some of them, were pretty big stars. So that's cool, to see people enjoy tennis. That's amazing because it's a sport I love. So to see people I see on the TV, and some of them I'm a fan, some of them I know just, see in the movie or something like this. It's great to see them enjoy such a great match. And talking about Carlos, I'm happy that because in Indian Wells and Wimbledon, he used well my return position from the back. But I knew that, in my opinion, it was not only this that made me lose to him. And I felt like even returning from back, I can cause him trouble. And I managed to prove it today. And that's actually going back to Craig's question. Is great to know that even against probably one of the best drop shooters and serve and volley guys in the game, can return from far, can win matches. So great.
Okay.
Adeshina Koike, USOpen.org. That sixth game of the fourth set, 7 deuces. Carlos pumps up the crowd. It's as loud as it's in Ash probably all evening. And then you get the break, and then you have your own hand gesture. You said at the end of the match that you genuinely loved,
it was amazing,
the crowd. Was there a part of you that kind of had a, how about them apples, or kind of stick it to them a little bit with that gesture? And how did the crowd help in maybe easing the nerves or lack of confidence that you might have had coming into the match with the past couple of matches with Carlos?
Yeah, first of all, this game was absolutely amazing. I mean, every time, because I think if you say 7 deuces, he probably had 6 game points, and I managed to use my second break point. And every time he had these game points, I was saying to myself, I can win this game. I can win this game. I managed to hit some amazing points, so we were both pumping up the crowd because the points were unbelievable. And when I won it, I was like, let's go, try to finish the match, and I managed to do it. And as I said, the crowd was unbelievable today. I felt the energy was special. It's just that, as I say, for whatever reason, last game of the match, probably like 1,000 Spanish guys started yelling and shouting between first and second serve, and that's not nice. But what can you do? I can tell you, if after my career I'm somewhere on the tennis match and someone does it, I'm gonna be like, it's him, this guy should be out of the tournament. I'm not gonna even watch the match. I'm gonna be like, it's him who did it. Kick him out. But yeah, when I'm on the court, I have to just focus and try to win it.
Okay, we only have time for a couple more. Howard.
Hi, Daniil. Howard Fendrich with the Associated Press. What do you think was the key for you with your serving tonight? And I also wanted to ask you what memory for you is the strongest from that 2021 final here?
The strongest memory is the last serve, because I did some double faults. I think 2 or 3 double faults on the match points and important points. And 40-15 double fault and 40-30, I'm like, I have to make this serve and then play the point. And so I hit the serve. I kind of see, in my opinion, that it's done. I see him far from the ball, and then somehow he touches the ball, and it almost went over. I'm like, oh my God, it didn't went over. So that was a big memory. And about the serve today, yeah, it was working well. And against someone like Carlos, you have to serve well. You have no other choice. If he's all over your serve, he's all over you in a way. So I managed to hit some good serves, to hit some good zones, to mix it up in important moments. Some, we can call it lucky second serves, because when you go for it, there is part of luck, but you also take the risk, which if you're lucky, this risk can pay off. So today was great. So that's, as I say, have to be the same on Sunday.
Okay, last question, please.
Hello, Daniil. Sebastian Varela for Clay. There is this crazy statistic that your head-to-head is better with Novak when he's number one, and it's not good when he's out of number one.
Yes,
You've seen the memes for sure. So is this an extra motivation when he's at the number one, and now it's like in a gray zone because he's gonna be number one?
That's funny, because as you say, the statistic when he's like, now he's still not number one, but well. If we want to joke about it, I'm going to think, you know what, next Monday he's number one. So if it's like if I'm playing him as a number one. But generally, I don't know why this statistic is like this. I don't think it has anything to do with what happens in the matches. And as I say, Sunday, I really don't care if he's number one or number two. It's Novak Djokovic, and I want to try to win.